Linda asked me to jump. I forgot my trampoline. I don't know why we're doing this, but I'm going to bring my chair back in.
Awesome.
Take over, Linda.
Okay, see right there, you have no idea what you have just done to stimulate the immune system.
Listen, it's like 6 in the morning, so I feel pretty good, okay?
So do I, because I'm laughing really hard.
There we go, good.
And laughter is called inner jogging.
Ah.
Right? And anytime you laugh, you're going to be stimulating the immune system, which is great for what's going on right now. So if you really want to have fun, go sit in the park and laugh at the joggers as they walk by or run by.
Or right? Don't watch TV with all the news, because that's the opposite of
right,
having
yes,
fun, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Right. So we've talked about the immune system and how stress and too much sugar will influence that immune system. So like I said before, there's different kinds of white cells. So if you watched the video last week, we had that beautiful big eater, right? I did it up close and personal too for the rest of you also posted. I saw that, I'm like, people have got to see this, because you put that image in your head and what you think you become. Yeah. Right?
So it's interesting. So side note, I went and got coffee for us this morning. And so just knowing what I saw last week and knowing that I'm meeting with Linda, I decided not to get sugar in my coffee because, again, seeing it for real actually made an impact. And first time I'm drinking coffee without sugar, so thanks, Linda.
Yes. Yeah, hey, it's a change. It's awesome. I mean, that is amazing. Just think about it. You made one significant change that you didn't have made yesterday, right?
Right.
So, and it's supporting the immune system. Now, that big eater basically is like the police department, and they sound the alarm when you've been invaded. Right now we're dealing with a virus. And so there's a different kind of a white cell that handles viruses, and they're called our lymphocytes. So lymph. And that's why Joe was jumping. All right?
I thought it was because of Limp Bizkit, the band, but no, we're doing lymphocytes, okay.
Lymphocytes, yes, okay. So the lymphocytes basically are the ones that target viruses specifically. And we've got different kinds of lymphocytes. And we're going to talk about the T cells because they're the ones that have the big job right now. So those are the ones we want to support. So where are they found? They're found in your lymphatic system. They're all over the body, but they congregate and they focus in on the lymphatic system. And the lymph system is extremely important in keeping things clean. You always got to think about, is this a swamp or a spring-fed pond? Over 60% of our body is water. Right? And so things are moving in and out. And respect the fact, too, that right now we know that the virus is attacking the lungs, right? Well, the lungs are 83% water. Right? So you got to make sure that this stuff keeps moving all the time. So what is the lymph? All right? And how do we support it? So, very simple. We've got arteries, red pen. So the arteries are red because the blood has got the oxygen, so it's nice bright red. Okay. And then when the oxygen gets used by the body, it goes into the vein. So then the blood it's not rich in the oxygen, it's got a bluer color to it. Okay? Now, so we got artery, vein, and this is throughout your entire body. This is how this works. Artery, vein, and then right next to it is the lymph. Right next to the vein. They actually found that the lymph vessels actually grew out from the veins. All right? So here we got lung, we've got heart, we've got whatever, even bone, okay? And you got cells that have got work to do, okay? So they need to get stuff in, and they need to do their job, and then they got to get rid of garbage and whatever they made that would be beneficial for us, right? So what ends up happening is we got this, we call it the matrix. All cells are coated with a thin layer of fluid. All of them, okay? So this fluid has to be able to move in and out. The blood is over 60% water too. Okay, so this water has to be able to move in and out. Now the challenge is the arteries. All right, you got this closed system. You got the heart and you got these vessels, the arteries and the veins, right? Arteries, capillaries, veins, okay? So it's a closed system. You got these pumps going on. The arteries have got muscle around them, so when that muscle constricts, right, it pushes the blood. That's your top number of your blood pressure. And then when the muscle relaxes, that's the bottom number of your blood pressure. Okay? So that's going on to move the blood around. And then the veins, they've got basically a little bit of muscle, not as much as the arteries, but they've also got valves in them. So when the blood moves, it doesn't go back. Unless you've got varicosities, varicose veins, that means that the valve is a little bit weak and things are kind of pooling a little bit. All right? Now, here's our challenge. The lymph, they have no muscle around them to pump them, and they have no pump. They are totally dependent on the muscle around it to squeeze it. Okay? And why is this important? Anytime the lymph vessel branches off, in that little branch, in that Y part of it, is where the lymph node sits. The lymph node is where the T cells congregate. That's like base station. So when the cells come through here and they go through that node, the T cells go, all right, sound the alarm, we got a bad guy here, all right? They attack it, they break it down, and then they send the garbage out to be disposed of. All right, and we dispose it through exhalation, through our pee, through our poo, through our sweat, okay, organs of elimination. But we gotta recognize it and we gotta break it down. So like I said, the key is you gotta make sure that stuff is always moving, and we gotta make sure that the muscle around it is squeezing that lymph, and then there's valves, okay, and so it squeezes, goes up, shuts off, moves up, okay? Lymph is always moving towards the heart. Okay? So it's always going towards the heart. So you always have to keep that in mind. So one of the best ways to stimulate the lymph circulation is what Joe was doing, bouncing. We talked about bringing a trampoline and that little that yoga ball that people practice on. Okay? Kids got the trampoline, you know what? Go for it. They recommend, and it's not doing flips on it or anything. Just bouncing. You don't even have to come off of the mat. You just bounce. Okay.
And it's interesting. Anybody that's a fan of Tony Robbins, and if you've seen any of his events or on Netflix or whatever, you'll see him using that small trampoline before he goes on stage, and that's one of the things he does, just again to get the lymph system moving, because there is no pump, right? So it depends on us. And that's why we're doing these videos here of going, what can we do, in the world that we live in today, and once everything goes back to normal, still, this is so vital with regards. I had no idea that the lymph actually is next to
the veins. Yeah. Yeah, they're right there. Okay.
So simple, easy, just little things that we can do on our stuff, which is again why diet is so critical.
Diet is extremely critical. And then let's talk about this lemon water again too, okay? Because what they're finding now with autopsies that they're doing in China, that the phlegm in the lungs is extremely thick, because we know that the coronavirus attacks the lung tissue. Makes it very thick. Guess what lemon water does? It breaks down mucus. Okay? So support the immune system, alkalize the body, break down the mucus, because bugs love to live in mucus too. All right?
Makes sense.
That simple thing. Watch the sugars. Okay? Bouncing, and then breathing. The majority of your lymph nodes are right in through here. Right? In the armpits, in the groin, in the abdomen here. So heavy breathing. All right? But deep breathing, okay? And move the abdomen in and out while you're breathing. So you watch a baby, right? And when they're breathing, they're using their whole bodies when they breathe. And then as we get older, we get stressed out. We're like this, and we're getting in a pint of air in with each breath. Put those shoulders back, put that stomach out, pump those lymphs. A good laugh, a good belly laugh. All right, watch videos. It's just like cartoons, videos, whatever. Your kids, whatever you need. I love right now on Facebook, they've got a ton of what people are doing at home, like dances with their dads and stuff like that. Absolutely hilarious. Laugh, very important. And we talked about how the breathing.
You're breathing when you're laughing, right? So
exactly. And when you're breathing, remember to count slowly, because that reduces the cortisol. Because it's the cortisol from stress that affects that part of your immune system.
So again, simple, real simple things, right? So But laughter, now you're actually breathing.
Right.
Lemon water, as we talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
And these are easy, simple things that we can do to help our body.
Yeah, watch
fight
the
everything
sugar
that's going on.
intake. And
Yeah.
then if you want to also, they've got these body brushes, okay? And so like I said, the lymph is always going towards the heart.
So that's
So what
why
you want
they're
to do
going,
is you want to
okay.
go towards the heart, okay?
Okay.
Like I've got 2 of these, and so before a shower, okay? You just go like this, all right?
Okay.
You're always going towards the heart. The abdomen, you always go circular.
Okay.
There's actually lymph nodes in your belly that break down fat, ladies and men, okay? All right? But if you go in a circular motion, and it stimulates those lymphs too, you know?
Okay.
So very simple things to do.
Got it. There you go, guys. Till next time.
Yes.
Signing
Don't be
off.
afraid. Be informed.
There we go. See you guys.